So I'm only going to make a quick video on this, and that's because a number of people have done it before, and also John Talks is a great YouTuber. I've got his video in the background which I'm going to show and also link to it. But what I'm going to point out is that Chris Hemsworth and some of the other actors who have been in the previous Marvel movies, I think they're not going to want to be a part of Marvel anymore, because they're going to want to be a part of Marvel if they enjoy it. Because the money might be great, but if they've made a lot of money, they're going to want to be part of something they enjoy. And also they might see it that Marvel is like the Titanic. It's now like a sinking ship. The best days of Marvel have gone, and they don't want to be around people like Brie Larson who are just going to bicker and argue with them and is going to use this childish politics. So I'm going to show you this clip, and what it's based on is that Brie Larson says that she done all the stunts because she thought that's what they're supposed to do. And Chris Hemsworth is just joking about with her. And Chris Hemsworth says that, oh, you're trying to be the next Tom Cruise. And Brie Larson snaps back at her. And it's obvious that Chris Hemsworth is just having a joke and a laugh. So I'll show you the clip. If you haven't seen it already, but there is a number of videos on this, so I'll quickly show it.
I did my stunts because I thought that that's what everyone did.
Tom Cruise over here?
No, I'll be the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much.
And like as John Talks and a few other YouTubers point out, it's just silly, it's petty that Brie Larson would be rolled up. And it's almost as if Chris Hemsworth is doing it deliberately. Because if you see the extended clip, Chris Hemsworth is winding her up because he knows he can. He knows that Brie Larson is so wound up and so tight and so up her own backside that she will allow people to get on her nerves. So Chris Hemsworth is just enjoying himself. But why would Chris Hemsworth and the other actors want to be around this? Because if you saw the connection and the bond that the actors had, like Scarlett Johansson, like Chris Evans, like Robert Downey Jr., there's almost as if they were true friends, a good strong bond that allowed them to have fun, as if they were like kids again. Why would they now want to be around Brie Larson, who's so tightly wound up, and he's just looking to bicker at people because someone has a joke with her? She has no sense of humour whatsoever. So for me, some of the other actors, like Thor, even if Marvel wanted them to continue, they would say, no, sorry, I'm done with Marvel. I've been in it for 6 or 7 years, sometimes even 10 years. I now want to move on. And for me, that's really damaging for Marvel, because it takes away the Marvel's option to have these characters. Because characters like Thor and Iron Man and Incredible Hulk, they are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, perhaps even $1 billion to Marvel in terms of the box office receipts they're able to generate. And the kids particularly love these characters. These are the most popular characters. That's why they were used to launch Marvel movies, to launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they can't replace some other actors. They can't come along and have another actor replace Chris Hemsworth, because it won't fit. The continuity would be just destroyed. And that is because Brie Larson is just so wound up she can't even take a joke. And it will push the other actors just making that final decision that says, you know what, I've done my role, I've done my stint as Iron Man or as Thor, I don't want to be part of it anymore, especially working alongside people like Brie Larson who have no sense of humour whatsoever. They don't want to be part of a sinking ship, and they don't want to work with people like Brie Larson who they can't even laugh and joke with. So for me, like these videos point out, this is really damaging towards Marvel. They're bringing people in who won't have a sense of family and a sense of fun that they previously had in Marvel, and it's going to affect the movies. So I just want to point this clip out. I'm sure you've seen it already, but it's just going to be another death now in the coffin of Marvel movies. But if you disagree, let me know what you think in the comments below. But it's really sad to see an actress who just can't take a joke about someone like Tom Cruise. It's just ridiculous. It's so petty that Brie Larson can't even have a joke with her co-stars. It's silly and ridiculous. That's how wound up she is. The Marvel are going down the wrong route by employing people like Brie Larson, and the movies and their ticket sales are going to show it. Again, if you disagree, leave your comments below. But a big shout out also to John Talks, who's a great YouTuber. Again, I'll leave a link in the description below to his video. He's a great YouTuber. Check him out if you haven't done already.